change your mind and transform your life. Hey there, I'm Heather Hakes. Welcome to my channel. This channel is designed to help you live the life you dream about. But before we dive into today's video, I invite you to check out my free video training on how to reprogram your subconscious mind. Again, visit my website, heatherhakes.com, and opt into my free video training. You can also click on the link below in the description box. Be sure you're subscribed to my channel so you're the first to know when new videos drop. And I want to know, where are you watching from? Comment below. All right, let's get to it. Let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I am sharing with you what to do when you find yourself in a funk. What I teach is about, this is a lifestyle change. This is about choice, and ultimately it's about being a conscious creator. When you're living mindfully and you're showing up every single day with intentions, beginning first thing in the morning, and you're living from a state of gratitude and high energy and being self-aware, you're going to have a completely different life than when you're going through autopilot, going through the motions, being unconscious, and life is just happening. But here's the thing, even me doing this work and teaching it for years that I have, I fall off the wagon. So here's what to do when you find yourself in a funk. The good news is, sometimes when you fall off track, that leads to days feeling like shit, and days lead into weeks, and then maybe it's a month gone by and you're just finding yourself in this negative mindset. What has happened for me now, because I do this, I build my mindset muscle. This is something I live by. Now when I fall off track, I tend to only fall off, maybe it's a few minutes, maybe it's for an hour, but I can get back on so that I don't down spiral into that funk and totally fall off track and get momentum and create more resistance and create more suck. So what I want to help you do is when you find yourself, I attached to that negative thought, and then I started thinking it and feeling it, and then that led to procrastination or self-doubt and feeling like shit, or it led to your self-sabotage behaviors, numbing out or scrolling on social, just whatever it is, you created more of that funk. What I want to help you do, because you have this power, is to catch yourself and replace it with a more affirmative thought. Somebody posted this on Facebook in the last week. What do you do when you're in a bad mood? And my response was, I get up and dance, or I go for a run. So this is another way that you can, when you catch yourself in a funk, going down that rabbit hole, you got to catch yourself and change your focus. So that's step number one. You've got to change your focus, because what you're currently focusing on, you're thinking and feeling into this really bad negative feedback loop, and you're going to get more of it. So you catch yourself, and then you change your focus. And that's what I like to do. I like to dance. I like to go for a run. I want movement. I want something that's going to make me feel good. So think about it right now. What would make you feel good? What would help you to change your focus? Is it to do jumping jacks? Is it to do yoga? Is it to just stop and pause and do breath work? Is it to journal? Simply go for a walk around the block. Whatever it is, it's pause and shift your focus and do something that makes you feel good. What I highly recommend you don't do is just pushing it under the rug and hoping it'll go away, because whatever you resist persists. So you don't brush it under the rug, because it's going to come back later. So for example, recently when I found myself in a funk, and what happened is I latched on to the idea of self-doubt. Who am I to do this? Imposter syndrome. And I was going down this funk. And I stopped myself. But I'm so self-aware, and this has taken a lot of practice. I stopped myself and I started journaling, and I was just writing out the thoughts that I had. And then I would ask a question. Is that true? No, it wasn't true. And then I wrote down my next thought, and I was like, well, but is that true? That wasn't true either. So what I was able to do is get this monkey mind, this mental chaos, out of my head and onto paper so that I could see it. And then it was almost laughable. That was one thing I did, but I also gave myself permission to feel my feelings. Okay, I was feeling self-doubt, imposter syndrome, but really, truly underneath all of that, those limiting beliefs is fear. And it was like, okay, well, I'm feeling fear. Why do I feel fearful? And what you do is you just ask yourself these questions. It's a self-soothing mechanism. Also, again, what I do is I can get up and dance, and because that changes my vibration, because emotions are energy in motion. And so when I get up and I start moving, I'm creating new energy. I'm creating a new frequency, which is going to create a new thought. Something I talk about often, so that this brings it full circle to help you understand, is the thought cycle. Your thoughts create your emotions and feelings. Those lead to the actions or inactions you take, and ultimately your results. So you can see how when you have that negative thought, it leads to feeling not enough and fear, which leads to taking either like procrastination or numbing out through social media or alcohol or food or whatever your self-saboteur is. And that leads to really shitty results. So you can also, what you can do is catch yourself, this self-awareness space, and look at it. Just look at it. No judgment. This is observing, and go, okay, I'm not where I want to be in this area of my life, money, health, work, career, relationships, whatever it may be. And then backtrack and go, okay, well, what actions or inactions have I been taking? Step it up. Okay, well, how have I been feeling about this scenario? Oh, and what thoughts have I been thinking? Oh, I found myself thinking these negative thoughts that aren't even true, and I face them. And so that's what you can do. This is all about self-soothing and a self-awareness practice, so that you can let that go, because it's not even true, right? Our thoughts are meaningless. They only have the meaning that we attach to them. So if you have a thought, I'm not worthy, I'm not capable, and you ask yourself, is that true? That is detaching from the thought and simply looking at it. And that's what I want to help you do. So when you find yourself in a funk, this is about the power of the pause. And then it turns into becoming self-aware, asking yourself questions, getting up and getting movement, or walking around the block, or breath work. Whatever you need to do to stop the momentum of going down the rabbit hole and creating that negative feedback loop, so that you create that pause, and then you can shift your focus into something more empowering. Because when you shifted your focus into something more empowering, you have a new thought. A new thought leads to new emotions. Those lead to new actions, and that creates new results in your life. So when you find yourself in a funk, practice this, implement this, and apply this to your life. Thanks for watching today's video. I want to know, what was your biggest takeaway? Comment below and let me know. If you liked this video and it resonated, give me a thumbs up, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you're the first to know when new videos drop. I'll catch you on the next video.